Hello again, dear students. Welcome back to EasEnglish, your English learning program. As usual, this is teacher Rodrigo Lasso Campo with a new lesson, Lesson 200. Lesson 200 in Curso Básico Level 1. Just like I did in Lesson 100, this time I want to thank God, my helper, the one who has enabled me to develop 200 lessons until now. Also, I want to thank each of my students, especially those who have been walking this long way until here since the very beginning, Lesson 1. And I hope that this has really contributed to your learning. And also, I would like you to keep walking with me because there is still a long way ahead until the completion of this program, which will signify the moment when you will be able to speak English very well. As you can see, the title of this lesson is The Storm. And this picture here describes perfectly what a storm is. These are dark clouds that have been brought together and produce lightnings that flash and thunders that crush with this booming sound that you hear when there is a storm. In the next picture, you are going to see that a storm comes as the clouds get darker and darker and darker, these producing lightnings and thunders. This is the kind of thunder and lightning storm that we are going to be talking about in this lesson. Here we go. Now, you and I are going to read the lesson aloud. And as we read, we're going to find out that the storm develops in some steps. Pay close attention and you will see how many steps you can distinguish. Let's get started. Dark clouds begin to gather. They get darker and darker. A storm is coming. Tim and Pam run into the house. The strong winds begin to blow. Strong winds begin to blow and the sky gets darker. The sky gets darker and the clouds move over the house. The clouds move over the house and lightning flashes all around. Lightning flashes all around and thunder crashes loudly. Thunder crashes loudly and the rain begins to fall. The rain falls and the winds blow wildly. Then the rain stops falling and the winds stop blowing. The sun comes out. Tim and Pam come out too. Well, I think that as you read this lesson, you could identify the different steps in which a storm develops according to the author of this lesson. Now, you and I are going to mark, to highlight, or to spot the verbs that in each sentence convey the idea of an event in the process of forming a storm. Well, you see, I have highlighted the verbs, giving the ideas of what is necessary to happen in the development of a storm according to the author of this lesson. Number 1, begin to gather. What begins to gather? Clouds. What kind of clouds begins to gather? Dark clouds. Dark clouds begin to gather. This is the first event number 1. Event number 2. Get darker and darker. What gets darker? The dark clouds get darker and darker. They, esa palabra se refiere a dark clouds. They get darker and darker. This is event number 2. Event 3. Begin to blow. What begins to blow? The strong winds. The strong winds begin to blow. Step 4. Gets darker. What gets darker? The sky. The sky gets darker. Event number 5. Move. What moves? The clouds. The clouds move. Where do they move? They move over the house. Here we can see clouds moving over this house. Step 6. Flashes. What flashes? Lightning. Lightning flashes. Where do lightning flash? Lightning flashes all around. Event 7. Crashes. What crashes? Thunder. Thunder crashes. How does thunder crash? Loudly. Thunder crashes loudly. Event number 8. Begins to fall. What begins to fall? The rain. The rain begins to fall. Here we can see raindrops, meaning that it is raining. The rain has started. It has started to rain. Number 9. Blow. What blows? The winds. The winds blow. How do the winds blow? Wildly. The winds blow wildly. Here you can see this symbolizes the wind blowing very widely. Event number 10. Stops falling. What stops falling? The rain. The rain stops falling. You see, it is not raining now. The rain has stopped falling. Number 11. Stop blowing. What stops blowing? The winds. The winds stop blowing. In number 12, what comes out? The sun. The sun comes out. Now it is sunny because the sun has come out. Because it is sunny, as the sun has come out, Tim and Pam come out too. Here we can see Tim and Pam are outside. They are taking a walk probably because the sun has come out. It is sunny now. In the beginning of the story, you see Tim and Pam are outside and they see that the storm is coming. As soon as they see a storm is coming, they run into the house and stay in the house. What about you? Do you stay in the house when a storm comes? Do you come out of the house after the storm is gone and it is sunny? Do you go out when the sun comes out? Well, this lesson is finished. But before we quit the lesson, I want to ask you a question. How does a storm develop according to the author of this lesson? In the activities, We're going to be talking a little bit further about this. See you soon.